Imagine this. You see a headline that says, inflation hits 3%. If you're in New York, you panic. The Fed is rushing to raise rates. But if you're in Lima or Buenos Aires, a 3% inflation rate might prompt a street party. It would be celebrated as a historic victory. Why? Why does the exact same economic number mean crisis in one place and cause for celebration in another?
That is the absolute perfect hook, A. Because it immediately highlights that we are talking about two completely different animals, even though we use the same word, inflation. It's a financial paradox that touches every single person's pocket every day. It's the silent thief of your savings.
Welcome back to Global Finance Unpacked. I'm your host, A, and today we are tackling the economic challenge of the century, the deep, fundamental divide between how inflation operates in the United States versus the persistent, chronic reality of inflation across much of Latin America. And with me today is my favorite economic expert, B. B, great to have you.
It's always a pleasure, A. And you're right, this isn't just an academic exercise. We're talking about stability, planning, and ultimately financial freedom. My promise to our listeners is simple. By the end of this conversation, you will understand why your economic reality is so different from that of your counterparts in the North, and how to shield your wealth from that constant erosion.
I love that. So let's start at the very top, the diagnosis. When we talk about inflation, we're talking about an economy running a fever. But is it a temporary fever or is it a chronic disease? That seems to be the first and most crucial difference.
Absolutely. And that's where the fever analogy works perfectly. In the U.S., the inflation we saw, especially post-2020, was mostly acute. It was a demand problem. Think of the economy as a busy two-lane highway.
Got it.
Got it. Suddenly, thanks to massive fiscal stimulus checks and near-zero interest rates, we all got brand-new, souped-up cars. Everyone hit the highway at once, flush with cash, wanting to buy things, but the road, our productive capacity, our supply, couldn't handle the speed. Too much money chasing too few goods. That's classic demand-pull inflation. The solution? The Federal Reserve, the Fed, has a clear playbook. Raise the interest rate. Make borrowing expensive. Force some of those cars to pull over. Slow down the velocity.